Yo, Raider Nation, you ready for a day that's gonna hit you right in the feels? We've got 4 massive stories straight out of Las Vegas, each one packed with twists that'll have you glued to the edge of your seat. From front office shakeups to a head-scratching draft pick and names that could shape our future, it's a wild ride. Is Pete Carroll cooking up something brilliant or just throwing it all to the wind? You won't believe what's coming. So grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's dive into the chaos. Which one's gonna blow your mind the most? As the dust from the 2025 NFL draft settles, Raider Nation's buzzing about who could be the next hidden gem for our squad. And guess what? 3 under the radar names are already turning heads at training camp. These are the UDFAs, undrafted, free agents, hungry to prove they belong on the 53-man roster. Meet cornerback Mello Dotson, edge rusher Jaw Joyner, and linebacker Jalen Walker. Trust me, these guys could be the X factor for a 2025 turnaround. First up, Mello Dotson, the Big 12 standout. He's not the fastest, but his nose for the ball is unreal. In 2023, he snagged 4 picks. In 2024, 5, leading the conference. With 11 and 7 passes defended back-to-back, his instincts and zone coverage scream veteran vibes. The catch? He struggles to keep up with speedster receivers. Still, with his grit against the run and solid frame, he's fighting for a spot as a premium backup. Can he win over Pete Carroll? Next, Jaw Joyner, the edge rusher from Minnesota, who's an absolute spark plug. With long arms and a lightning-fast first step, he's a quarterback's nightmare. In 2024, he racked up 7 passes defended and forced 2 fumbles. His run defense needs polish, but with that relentless motor and our coaching staff's guidance, Joyner could be the rotational pass rusher we've been craving. Picture him wreaking havoc alongside our starters. And then there's Jalen Walker, the undersized linebacker who plays like a giant. At just 6 foot 218 pounds, he makes up for size with pure athleticism. At Indiana, he was second in tackles, led in forced fumbles, and helped his team reach the college playoffs. He's a beast in coverage with sideline-to-sideline range, but big blockers give him trouble. His ticket? Dominating special teams and sneaking into a backup role. Fans are split. Some see him as the future, others worry his size won't cut. In the NFL, these 3 are leaving it all on the field to rock the silver and black. But will they make the cut? The battle's just heating up, and their impact could reshape our defense. And that's not even the wildest part of the day, because what's next is a front office bombshell that's got everyone talking. Wow. We're hyped about rookies scrapping for spots. A massive shakeup just dropped in the Raiders front office that could change everything. Say hello to Anthony Patch, a heavy hitter who's joining the team as senior personnel executive. This guy's a mastermind behind the Philadelphia Eagles draft success. And get this, he's got history with our new GM, John Spytek. Could this duo turn Las Vegas into the NFL's next powerhouse? Patch is no small fry. He spent 23 years with the Eagles, the last few as senior director of college scouting. Those Philly drafts that led to 2 Super Bowl runs? Patch was in the room picking stars. From 2005 to 2009, he and Spytek were a dynamic duo, so their chemistry's already battle-tested. With Pete Carroll and even Tom Brady chiming in, Patch's arrival screams one thing. The Raiders are all in on building a winner for the long haul. But what does this mean for us? For starters, draft impact. Patch's scouting chops could take our picks to the next level. The 2025 draft already got high praise, but with him steering the ship, 2026 could be a game changer. Plus, he brings stability. After years of front office chaos, having a seasoned pro like Patch alongside Spytek and new assistant GM Brian Stark feels like a win. Fans are torn. Some are hyped, dreaming of a dynasty. Others want results now and aren't sold yet. But it's not all smooth sailing. Patch's exit left a gap in Philly, and the Eagles are scrambling to replace their draft guru. That shows the caliber of talent we snagged. But here's the question. Can he adapt to the Raiders vibe? We're a team in rebuild mode, far from Philly's level. And with so many front office changes, will the focus stay on long-term goals at the expense of winning in 2025? Raider Nation's on fire with this news. Over on X, fans are calling Patch the savior, while others shrug, saying, just another suit? One thing's clear, Spytek's building an all-star crew behind the scenes. But hold up, because the next story is a draft controversy that's got everyone buzzing. The energy's electric in Vegas, but when 2025 draft decisions splitting Raider Nation like never before. Everyone's talking about our second round pick, where John Spytek and Pete Carroll went with TCU wide receiver Jack Beck at number 38. The fan base exploded, but not everyone's cheering. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler called it the most puzzling pick of the entire draft. Did the Raiders nail it or fumble a golden opportunity? Let's break down this firestorm. Beck's talent is undeniable. He's got glue hands, fierce competitiveness, and a knack for winning contested catches that could make an instant impact. The plan's clear. He's got the tools to start week 1, giving Geno Smith a go-to weapon. Our draft earned praise for blending immediate starters with high upside youth. But Beck's the lightning rod. Why? Some scouts pegged him as a third rounder, not a second. It's a small gap, just a few picks, but it sparked a massive debate. The gripe isn't about Beck himself, but the value. Fowler argues the third round would have been smarter, and other analysts back him up. On X, fans are going at it. Some call it a reach, while others insist Beck is the tough, clutch playmaker our offense needs. After a 2024 season, where our attack ranked a dismal 27th in total yards, Spytek and Carroll are betting Beck brings instant juice. If he delivers as a rookie, this noise will fade fast. But here's the rub. Taking Beck early meant passing on other talent. Cornerbacks, offensive linemen, and even linebackers were still on the board, all at positions we need. Did the Raiders prioritize offense over a defense that's also hurting? The logic tracks. With Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator, the focus is arming the attack to soar. But if Beck doesn't hit the ground running, Spytek's gonna feel the heat. Raider Nation's divided, and this is just the start. Beck could silence the haters, but the cost of the pick's still ringing loud. Genius move or costly miss? While we're hashing it out, there's another draft choice stealing the spotlight, and it's got a name that could redefine our offense. And as the draft drama keeps boiling, the Raiders dropped a bombshell that's got Raider Nation dreaming big. On April 24th, with the 6th overall pick, Pete Carroll and John Spytek didn't hesitate. Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty is the new face of our offense. ESPN analysts are calling this the best pick of the 2025 draft. But some fans are side-eyeing it, arguing a tackle like Missouri's Armand Membo would have been the smarter play. Who's right? Let's dive into this bold gamble. Jeanty's a freak. In 2024, he led the FBS with 2,601 rushing yards, while our ground game was the NFL's worst, scraping together just 1,357 yards. He's a Swiss Army knife, powerful runner, receiver-like hands, and elite vision. ESPN's Stefania Bell says Jeanty's built for immediate impact, and it's easy to see why. With Geno Smith at QB and Chip Kelly calling plays, the goal is to transform our 27th ranked offense into a dynamic force. Jeanty's the missing piece. Not everyone sold though. Some fans wanted Membo to shore up our O-line, which gave up 50 sacks to Smith in 2024. Membo went 7 to the Jets, and many believe he could have fixed our shaky protection. On X is a war. Jeanty's a game changer versus we need a line, not a running back. Even ex-GM Mike Tannenbaum's on board, saying Jeanty sets the perfect tone for the Carroll Spytek era with his explosiveness. The stakes are huge. Jeanty's the betting favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year at plummet 230 odds, ahead of even QB Cam Ward. That shows the league's faith in his ceiling. But top 10 running backs come with pressure. They've got to produce fast, or Spytek's in the hot seat. If Jeanty ignites our offense, this pick will be legendary. If he stumbles, the critics will pounce. Raider Nation's riding a wave of hope and hesitation. Jeanty could be the guy to drag us back to the playoffs, but was the cost too steep? As we wrestle with this roller coaster, there's more on the way. And now it's time to tie it all together and decide, are the Raiders on the right track? Or are we betting it all on a dream? Raider Nation, what a day. UDFAs like Dotson, Joyner, and Walker are scrapping to shine. Anthony Patch is here to revolutionize the front office, but the Beck and Jeanty picks have split our hearts. Are Spytek and Carroll building a dynasty or just piling on the pressure? Was Beck worth a second rounder? Is Ginty our savior or a pricey risk? And Patch, game changer or just hype? I'm dying to hear your takes. Drop that like, hit subscribe, and sound off in the comments. Are these moves pure genius or mistakes? We'll regret. Let's get into it.